What if the tool you're using right now is the reason you're not scaling? Seriously. Choosing the wrong automation platform could be costing you time, clients, and thousands in missed revenue. Today, I'm going to break down two of the most powerful no-code automation tools on the market, Make.com and N8N. And more importantly, I'll show you which one puts more profit in your pocket. We're comparing them across 5 real business factors, including speed, cost, client delivery, and how easy they are to sell. And stick around, because at the end, I'll give you my no-fluff recommendation based on what actually works when you want to make money with automations. Hey everyone, welcome back to Digital Profit Hacks, the place where we turn smart ideas into real online income. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our best money-making strategies. Let's get straight into it. First up, let's talk about ease of use and the learning curve. If you're brand new to automations and want something that looks and feels intuitive, Make.com is hard to beat. The visual builder is clean drag-and-drop style, kind of like building with digital Lego blocks. You don't need to know how APIs work or dive into complex logic. Just connect the modules, run a test, and you're good to go. Now, N8N plays in a different league. It gives you a lot more flexibility. But it also expects you to know what you're doing. Think of it like this. You're upgrading from Lego to actual engineering tools. You can build just about anything, but there's less hand-holding and a steeper learning curve. And if you go the self-hosted route, then you're also responsible for everything. The server, the updates, the security. That's not a deal breaker, but it does change the game. So here's what it all comes down to. If you want to move fast and avoid tech headaches, Make is a solid bet. It just works, especially if you're not a developer. But if you're the kind of person who wants full control and doesn't mind getting your hands a little dirty, then that's exactly where N8N starts to shine. But don't decide just yet, because once you see how these differences impact your profit, client delivery, and scalability, you'll know exactly which one matches your goals and how to use both like a pro. Now let's talk cost, because at the end of the day, it's not just about what a tool can do, it's about whether it actually helps you make money or just eat into your profits. Here's the deal. Make.com charges based on operations. That means every time a module in your automation does something, sends an email, pulls a row from Google Sheets, posts a message to Slack, it counts as one operation. And it adds up quickly. Their free plan gives you 1,000 operations per month, which is great for testing and small projects. But once you're building automations for clients or running active business processes, you'll likely need a paid plan, starting at about $10.59 per month. Now let's look at N8N. It charges based on executions. That's one full run of a workflow, regardless of how many steps it has. So if your workflow has 3, 5, or even 10 steps, it still counts as just one execution. Their cloud version starts at around $24 a month. But here's where it gets interesting. You can also choose the self-hosted version, which is 100% free to use. You just need to host it on your own server or something like Render or Railway. This opens up huge opportunities for profit margins, especially if you're managing multiple clients. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you build a workflow that has 5 steps. Maybe it's collecting form data, storing it in Google Sheets, sending a Slack message, updating a CRM, and firing off an email. If that workflow runs 100 times in a month, Make.com will count every step. So 5 steps running 100 times means 500 operations. With N8N, on the other hand, it doesn't matter how many steps you have. Each full run counts as just one execution, so you'd only log 100 executions total. If that workflow runs 100 times in a month, Make.com will count every step. So 5 steps running 100 times means 500 operations. With N8N, on the other hand, it doesn't matter how many steps you have. Each full run counts as just one execution, so you'd only log 100 executions total. See the difference? Now multiply that by 10 clients, or 1,000 runs per month, and you'll see how quickly your cost per automation can spiral on Make, while N8N stays more predictable. So here's the practical takeaway. If you're building lightweight automations with a few steps and low volume, like confirming appointments, sending welcome emails, or syncing a small database, Make is super cost-effective. But if you're working on high-volume automations, for example, syncing hundreds of Shopify orders daily, or running AI chatbots 24/7, then N8N, especially self-hosted, can save you hundreds every month. That cost saving? It's profit. You can keep it or use it to offer better pricing to clients and still win big. And one more thing. With N8N self-hosted, you or your client are in control. That means you also take responsibility for server maintenance, security, and updates. So if you're not comfortable managing infrastructure, or your client isn't, that's something to factor in. But if you're offering premium services or working with tech-savvy businesses, this extra control can actually be a selling point. It becomes part of your unique value. Here's the bottom line. Make is perfect when you need to build fast, validate ideas quickly, or keep costs low on smaller projects. But as soon as your automations get more complex, or you're dealing with higher volume, or if you want full ownership and tighter control over your profit margins, that's where N8N really takes the lead. Understanding that difference can literally mean the difference between making $500 a month or $5,000 just by choosing the right platform for the job. Now, what about integrations and flexibility? This is where most people don't realize just how much money they're leaving on the table by using the wrong tool. Let's start with Make.com. It has over 1,000 native integrations, and I'm talking about all the big players: Shopify, Google Sheets, Stripe, Notion, ActiveCampaign, ClickUp, Calendly, you name it. That's a huge win if you're building client automations fast. You don't need to code anything. Just connect the dots, hit run, and the workflow works. It's like having pre-built Lego sets. Everything snaps into place quickly. And that speed means faster delivery, faster payments, and less time stuck debugging. But here's where N8N steps in like a power tool. If Make is a Swiss Army knife, N8N is a full-on toolbox with power drills, custom blades, and the ability to build anything from scratch. You can create custom integrations with APIs that don't even exist in their marketplace. You can run advanced logic, build condition trees, and even inject Node.js code directly inside a workflow, giving you back-end level flexibility without needing a dev team. This becomes a total game changer when you're dealing with clients who use outdated CRMs, custom-built internal systems, or those legacy ERPs that nobody wants to touch. Basically, anything that isn't plug-and-play, N8N gives you the tools to make it work anyway. With N8N, you're not limited to what's already available. You can build the connection yourself. That instantly positions you as someone who delivers solutions, not just shortcuts. And let's be honest, in 2025, if you're serious about building a digital income, you need to talk AI and advanced automations. AI is not just hype anymore. It's the foundation of modern workflows. And this is where N8N really takes the lead. Let's say you want to build a smart assistant that reads client emails, pulls context from their order history, queries an external database, and responds in natural language using ChatGPT. You can do all of that inside N8N, and then some. It gives you the ability to connect directly with OpenAI or Claude APIs, pull personalized data from CRMs, spreadsheets, or databases, trigger specific logic based on conditions, time, or even user actions, and respond intelligently in real time. You're basically building mini SaaS tools without touching traditional development. Now, to be fair, Make is catching up fast. Their GPT module is already in beta, and it works well for basic AI tasks. Things like summarizing a message, generating quick email replies, or autofilling content. But it's still limited when it comes to chaining logic, handling context across steps, or running large, data-driven flows. So here's how I look at it. If you're just doing simple AI tasks, like using GPT to reword content, personalize an email, or automatically tag contacts inside your CRM, Make can absolutely handle that. But if your goal is to build a real AI agent, one that understands context, pulls live data, and actually takes smart action based on conditions, then N8N is hands down the better choice. And here's the thing most people miss. When you can offer smart automations that actually think, not just react, you can charge way more. Because you're not selling a tool, you're solving a real problem in a smarter way. This is the kind of skill that separates freelancers who charge $100 per project from consultants who get $5,000 retainers. And it all starts with knowing which tool gives you the power and when to use it. And that brings us to scalability and long-term maintenance. Make.com is designed for speed and simplicity. The dashboard is clean, you get logs, history, scheduling, organization features, everything to manage multiple client projects with ease. But if you're serious about long-term contracts, white-labeled services, or working with high-security clients, N8N, especially self-hosted, gives you more control and better margins. Here's how this plays out in real business. Let's say you're building automations for a local clinic. They want to capture leads, sync Google Calendar, confirm appointments via WhatsApp, and send follow-ups. Make is perfect here. It connects with Typeform, Calendly, Google Sheets, and email tools in minutes. Now imagine a mid-size e-commerce brand that wants order tracking, abandoned cart recovery, and custom database updates. If the flow is simple, Make can handle it. But if they want to sync with internal systems or use real-time inventory from an ERP, N8N is the better choice. Here's another one. You're asked to build a virtual assistant for a coaching business. It needs to personalize replies, use client history, and trigger emails or WhatsApp messages based on conditions. That's where N8N shines, because you can build truly dynamic flows, trigger GPT replies, pull CRM data, and adapt responses in real time. And lastly, imagine a company with legacy systems, or even their own CRM. They need custom integrations, security, and full ownership. This is where N8N self-hosted becomes a profit machine. Few people offer this, and those who do can charge premium prices. So what's the bottom line? If you're just starting out, want to deliver results fast, and need to keep things simple, Make is your best friend. But if you want to go deeper, offer high-ticket automations, and position yourself as a true expert, N8N will get you there. In fact, the smartest thing you can do is learn both. Use Make to close fast deals and prove value. Use N8N to scale and build recurring revenue. And if you want help doing that, I've put together a guide showing you how to start your automation business, even if you're brand new, with tools, templates, and real examples you can copy. You'll find in the first pinned comment below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. Which tool are you going to start with? Make or N8N? Thanks for watching till the end. Now go automate something and let's start building your digital income. Let's get to work.